Amy at Doki Doki Forest. Welcome. I'm so glad you are here. Now yesterday I did a bunch of harvesting magazines and gathering images and that sort of thing. So today I want to create in the glue book. Which glue book? Today we're going to use the Castle glue book. I have a few of these glue books going and a lot more that I want to get going that I haven't yet. But this is the one I've really been thinking about lately. You may have seen in a previous video we made these rooms. I like the idea of making different rooms and seeing what's going on in here. So, and all my pages are cut differently in here. So they have all different like tops and stuff to them because I just thought it would be kind of like this cool wonky castle you could sort of wander through. And this one I just put some paint on. And if you missed the previous video, I will link that down below. But this was just a magazine that I cut down and turned into a castle. So let's open up to a page and get gluing. I marked the page. Here it is. I'm going to use these ones today. And you can't quite tell. I guess you can see if I do this. You can see how the top is like these points. So almost like a little tower or something like that on the castle. So first of all, let's cover up all of this text and all of that. We're just going to put this on here. We're going to glue this right on there. I think I should get something to go under these pages because as I'm gluing or putting things down, I don't want to accidentally glue here. And I will be doing some painting as well, so I don't want to paint off the edge and get it on the pages underneath. I don't want them to stick together. So let me get something to put under there. I can just use some plain paper. Let me go grab something real quick. Okay, just a big sheet of paper I can just stick under like that. And then that way I don't have to worry about anything going off the page and onto another page. Just straighten that out. Sorry, that was a little bit crooked, wasn't it? All right, so let's get this glued. I'm going to use probably 2 different glue sticks for this project. I'm going to use this larger one for the background and large images. And then if I have little pieces or little images, I can use this. And actually, I totally forgot, but I did pick up this Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. So this is for like little tiny spots if I need to. It has a little tip on there that can get under corners or images and stuff. So I have that as well. Alright, so I'm going to put glue over the whole thing. And I know the background image I'm using isn't quite... Wait a minute, I didn't even put that under here, did I? I put it under the page underneath. There we go, that's better. And I know this background image doesn't quite cover the top up here, but I think I have another of the same image or similar image, so I can try to trim it and use it so I can cover up all the way to the top. And we do have a seam here. Let me grab my ruler to just kind of make sure it goes in the seam and then across. So that way it doesn't have trouble opening and closing. And actually we may have enough right here. I may not even have to get another page. We'll see. We shall see. We're just going to trim it so we can see what we need. Alright, so I have this bit left. I can use this. to wait to trim those two pieces just because they're so small. Whoops, that one, see, that one stuck to that page there. So hold on, let's just stick that back on there. It doesn't matter which way it goes. There we go. A little sticky under there, let me move that. All right, and then I think I'll put this little bookcase down here. We've got like some shelves here and some little knickknacks on them. This is going to be a room that seems kind of ordinary, and yet something strange is happening inside. That might be my theme for all of these rooms. We'll see. Something's a little bit strange. This is not just your typical castle. There's some magic happening inside, and maybe things are going not quite as expected. And let's put this over here. I like that. And let's see, should I put this all the way at the bottom? I think I will. Put that right to the edge there, and then let's just, this is going to go into that center fold there. So let's just make sure that's in there okay. Oh, that's lifting up a little bit. So I think this is when I'll take my smaller glue stick and kind of get in there. Because if I use the big one, it might get glue like all over the place where I don't really want it to be. And always check your edges and corners. I find those are where the images tend to lift up the most. It's like I think I brought the glue all the way to the edge, and they seem to just miss the very edge of it. Got some wrinkles here. That's okay. I always get wrinkles no matter what I try to do. I try to use either this ruler, or I have one of these little cake decorating, what do you call this? It says Unicook. It's like a scraper basically. Okay, now wouldn't it be nice to have this little kitty just kind of laying on top there? And I have this lady too. I thought she could sit on the desk, and her shoes kind of get lost here. I don't know what's going on. They went into another image there, or this is all blurred. She kind of is in focus, and whatever is in the foreground here is blurred out, so I'll probably cut it off like right there. So yeah, we'll have her sitting there, and we'll have the cat. We'll have the cat sitting with her as well. So we gotta put the cat down first. We gotta layer it up. Put the cat kind of lounging at the end here. And again, we're going into this fold a little bit, so I just want to try to tuck that there. Okay, and then we have our lady here. She's got her pencil. Oh, you know what though? Her pencil is actually like a magic wand. I was going to have some magic kind of smoky stuff coming out of the end of it. So let me just, I may have already glued her down too much, but I wanted to add this in like it was coming out of the pencil. She's accidentally casting a spell that she didn't know. Let's see, is it too late? Did I miss my chance? No. Okay, here we go. So we can kind of do like, that's kind of coming out. That's probably what the cat's looking at. The cat's like, do you even see what's happening over there? And the lady does not notice at all. She doesn't notice a thing. And actually, let's see, so she's got some magic here pouring out like this, and I have this image as well. So this is like an image that's opening up. She's casting this spell, and she is opening a portal to the fairy world. So actually I'm gluing this down, but let's put this, let's layer this here as well. Maybe put this like that. We've got this portal happening here. That's the fairy world. And then we've got the magic pouring out that caused the whole thing. All right, now we've got our pieces in play here. All right, and I do have to add a little bit of glue on here because this did dry. So let's just put a little more glue on there and her pencil. So she's reading from this book and she's waving around the pencil, you know, while she's talking. And she doesn't realize she's casting a spell from the book that she's reading. And she's opened up this ancient portal. And I have this little teeny mushroom. And I'm just going to have that sprouting. So her pencil has now turned into a magic wand of sorts. And her head is not glued down. So let's get that glued down. And she just doesn't even, I don't know if she notices or not. She looks like she maybe is noticing, but she's not stopping what she's doing. So it's probably just, I mean, it's just happening so fast that it's too late now. She's already done it. So she opens up this portal and this, oh, actually, let's fix her book because her book says assisted living on there, but I want it to say something else maybe. So let's get, I've got these little tiny words. It says, what does it say? Look, it's so small. Get my glasses on. A collection of mini mushrooms. I don't know if it'll show you. I'm going to stick that on her book just so you can't quite read what's under it. And then I have some little tiny pictures of mushrooms. Maybe we'll just decorate with a couple of those on the book as well. There we go. So now she's got this magical mini mushrooms. All right, and here is our fairy that she has summoned. And this fairy is not in the mood for a human and human interference. She's like, yeah, now what? So she's not pleased to be disturbed. Now, she may not look too fairyish yet, so let's give her some wings. So here's an image of a moth. We put her on top, and we have a fairy. And she's going to go somewhat like, let's see, where should she go? She's going to be like, should she be like right there maybe? No? Let me think. Where does she look good? I think this is too low if she's down there. So I want her to kind of be coming out of fairyland, like probably about right there. So let's glue her onto the wings first. So you can just kind of, and this is a cool thing you can do with any image. You can turn any image into anything just by changing any of the pieces or adding a piece. All right, now we'll glue, now that the wings are on, I will glue the whole back of the image, wings and all. And we will place her right about here. Well, not there because I don't want her wing to get cut off. So I think that's probably good right there. And let's put another cat. These cats are like, oh my gosh. This cat's like, do you see what's going on over here? And the cat's like, do you see what's happening up here? So these cats can tell that this is not something that the human should be doing. The cats are like, whoa. All right. So that is all of our gluing. And now I thought I might add some paint just to kind of blend this in. What do you think? Should I? we'll trim it up first. Okay, so everything's trimmed, including up here, the little towers and everything. So I'm just going to add a little bit of paint. I have a little bit of black and a little bit of yellow here. So I'm just going to add, I think, a little bit of that just for fun here and there. And I'm just going to put it on this old magazine page I have next to me. And I'm just going to use my finger and just dip in a little bit and just kind of blend these edges. I don't want those white edges. I want this to kind of be like just appearing, like kind of blending in with the real world that you see here, this castle room and fairyland are just really getting blended right now together. So it's hard to tell maybe where one ends and one begins. So I just want to put this around the edges there. See how that makes it, or helps it really blend in with the background. Especially if you have the ripped edge. And I know I've mentioned that before, but the ripped edge really blends in easily when you apply the paint. Alright, so that's pretty good there. Unless I want to put it around this image as well, I could do a little bit around this puff of smoke. Just a little bit. And I feel like maybe I want to put a little bit. Do I want to put a little bit? Yeah, we'll do this too, because this image just kind of cuts off, so we'll just have it kind of merging, blending into that space. And I don't really want to see this chair down here, so I'm just going to cover that up with some paint too. And that's the other thing you can do, is just cover up things you don't want to see. And just to kind of matchy a little bit, I'm just going to put that here just to match a little bit, and I'll cover up this weird spot where her feet just kind of like disappear. I'll just have it disappearing into the smoke. A little bit of... And now I'm doing that, I'm like, well, I'll just put it around the edge too. I feel like a lot of my books are not my books, my journal pages are coming out with these edges like this, but I really like it. It's like you're peeking in to this room and something's happening here. Some weird stuff is going on. Do I want to have any yellow? No, that's like too yellow. I don't like that. No, I don't like that at all. So we'll just blend it in with the black a little bit, because I like that. I like if it's like a kind of a greenish blackish yellow, but I don't want that bright. That's too much. But I will take a little bit here and there and just kind of blend it in, just to give the black a little bit of dimension. Not much, but a little bit. Maybe I want a little bit here. Blend it. Blend it, blend it. There we go. I've got a little bit of light coming in too. Okay. So that's that. And the only other thing I was going to try was, I almost forgot about this dragonfly glaze that I have. Totally forgot about it. So what is it? Green, gold, red shift. So you put this down and the color shifts. You get this glitter and it shifts around. And I got this this idea from Little Pickles. I never heard of this before. So thank you, Jody. Yeah. And it's funny. It's just like a clear, or not clear. It's like, well, it is clear when you put it. It looks white, and then when you put it on here, it kind of just blends right in. But I thought I could put that here, and we'll see if that dries pretty cool. Make it look like something magical is happening here. Especially, we want some sparkles coming out of the wand, making this whole scene happen. I know I've used this on some other painting and really enjoyed it. I have not used it, I don't believe, in like a glue book yet. So this is just trying something out. Because I know I've used like Sparkle Mod Podge a lot, but this stuff I forgot about. I was cleaning out the studio and I decided to put my acrylic paints on my desk because I was like just using the same colors, because I didn't feel like going over to my shelves and digging through to try to get different colors. So I decided I would take them and put them in a different kind of little storage crate thing, like an old nectarine kind of crate, and sit it right here on the desk, and that way I could see what I had, and then I might, you know, choose some different colors now and then instead of the same one. So that was the idea. And as I go with this, I'm just deciding to add it around the edges too. Pretty much everywhere. All right, and we're just gonna let that dry, and then we'll check back in, see what we think. I'm just gonna add a little bit of gray around because there's some gray in here. So I think I'm just going to add a little bit here and there. Okay, and our pages are all done. We have some shine from that dragonfly glaze, and it's not too much. It's not like glitter Mod Podge where you have, or sparkle Mod Podge where you have a ton of sparkle. It's just like a shimmer that you get here and there, so I like that. So here is our lady unknowingly conjuring or summoning a fairy from another world to come through. And who knows what happens next? Will the story continue or does it end there? You never know. But thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon.